Hello, hello everybody. All right, we're back. Gonna finish up day 8. I've had a little bit of time to think about it. Let me tell you what I've thought. Okay, so there are a couple different lengths, right, of numbers. We took care of length 2, length 3, length 4, and length 7. 7? 7, right? 2, 3, 4, 7. Which means we've got like 5 and 6 right here. Actually, let me make some comments here. So I can, okay. So 2, right, is so length 2 is number 1. Oops. Okay, length 3 equals 7. Length 4 is 4. Length 5 is, oops, is, what do we got for length 5? 2 or 5, right? Okay. 6 is 6. Start with 0. 0, 6, and 9, right? And then length 7 is 8. Okay. So the question is, so we can easily assess for lengths, right? What we can do is look at these, for example, the ones that are length 5, which is 2 and 5, and need to figure out what about these needs to be present, right? That is not present in the other. And so what I'm thinking about this is, let's look at 4 right here as a template, right? Well, okay, first let's look at 1, right? 1 has this line here. 4 has these 2 additional ones, right? So what we can do is tell that 5 has to have the same additional ones that 4 has compared to 1, right? 2 is missing this one right here, right? So what we need to do is basically do 4 minus 1, right, to find the remainders. And equals 5, right? Or if it's not equals, then it's 2, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? We can find the difference between 2 and 5 by finding out what B and D are right here, right? And when we find that out, the difference between 4 and 1 are B and D. If both B and D are present in something that's length 5, then that means it's 5. Otherwise, that thing that's length 5 is 2. Okay, we've got that taken care of. We'll have to make some tests for that. 6 has 3, right? Now, what do we think about 3 or length 6? So, I mean, we could even use that same thing, right? 9 has those same 2, right? 6 has those same 2. Um, but 0 does not. So, for 0 not equals 0, right? All right, so what's the difference between 6 and 9? One has right. So uh so 9, just say has 1, right? 1 should be included in 9, right? These two. And for 6, 1. So 9 has 1. We can also say 0 has 1, right? 0, 0 has 1, right? Um, so we've got sort of a 3 round robin here, right? So 6 has 4 minus 1, right? Has these 2 and 9. 9. 9 has 4 minus 1. Okay. So we could say that like one of these has both. What other sort of traits of these guys do we have? That like we know. So we know 1, we know so we could do something like we've got 8 with all of them, and we could do something like subtract. No, I don't care about that. Eight's just gonna have it's just gonna have all of them, right? It's kind of so. Anyways, this could be just sort of a nested statement, right? If it's length 6, does it have 1? Right, having 1 would be sort of the first set, right? So in like logically speaking, not has 1 would mean it equals 6, right? Right. Else right? Else does it have 4 minus 1. If yes, it's this. Otherwise, it's this, right? Okay. All right, let's figure out how to test for it. How are we going to go into this, right? Let's look at our sort of input again, right? So we're gonna parse through these, right? None of these are in order. Does it matter if they're in order? I don't think it matters. So I think what we're going to want to do is have some sort of subtract, right? Um, or see if it has both of them. We'll make it has. I mean, that's what we've been talking about, right? And in it we'll be passing a string, right? And that string, two strings, I guess, right? So what are the things that we care about, right? Let's start with has one, right? Okay. So one is in this example right here, B, right? And let's see if they can. Okay, one is AB. And so what are our, so we're going to be doing this 4 minus 1 a lot, right? Let's make that instead. That's a horrible name, but we're going to go for it. 4 minus 1, right? Passing in, we should pass in 4 first then, right? EAFB. EAFB. Okay, 4 minus 1. And what we want to be returned with is the string EF. EF. Right? Yes. Save. All right, so let's go ahead and oops. Test. All right, let's go make this. No, that's not what I want. Func 4 minus 1. And in it we're passing 4, which is a string, and 1, which is a string. We're returning a string. Okay. We are going to start with this is easy enough, right? For don't care about index character in range 1, right? So those are the ones that we're going to pull out. And we're going to do just a string replace, right? For equals strings replace. And it shouldn't be replace all, right? Because it's just, we know there's going to be one. Hold on. All right, replace for with the old string being character, and we might need to do something with that, right? Because that character might be like a byte or something like that. And we're gonna say -1 because. So what's the problem? Not enough arguments to call. Oh, my new string is nothing. Right. All right. Now the problem is that it is a rune. Let's see if we can turn that into a string. There we go. All right. So we're gonna cycle through that, and we will return 4. Let's go ahead and test it now. We've passed. Okay. So this result of this will be what that like 4 minus 1 value is. And besides, let's get rid of this. Besides 4 minus 1, all we care about is like whether it has the characters that have 1 in it, right? So let's make a test to assess whether, let's see, right. So I feel like I'd know how to do this, right? We can set the value, the string value for 1, right? We can set the string value for 3 and sort of remove those guys from the array, right? Slice them off, right? They're not going to exist in that first set anymore, right? Then we're going to, actually we're going to iterate through them, right? We're going to care about the index, right? So we're going to, index 8, 9, AB, okay. I don't quite know how to think about this right now. So let's instead of thinking about it, let's just start writing our part two. And I'm sure that that will have us come up with, what we want our stuff to be, right? Okay. So what is it asking for? It's asking for I'm just going to call this output. Let me get rid of this first. Even though we will do that, right? Okay, output. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to iterate through our giant list, right? Okay, so for index, we don't care in this case. Line in range data. Okay, now we're on the line. And now we're going to be iterating through for I. We do care about the index on this one, right? What should we call that? What have they been calling it? Signal pattern. In range line 0, right? That's the first part of it. All right. Let's sort them first. Let's make a function to sort them. I think that's going to be important because we care about those small ones, and then we care, like we can identify that, like the two that we really care about, right, is the one that's length 2 and the one that is length 4, right? Then we can assess the stuff that's length 5 and 6, and then we get to the end and it's an easy one, right? But we're not going to be able to, like, what if we hit exactly this one first, like one that's 6? We don't have any context to figure out what that is, right? So what we're gonna have to do is I wonder if we could sort them in our input. Let's go back to our tests. I don't want to sort them in my input. I don't want to have to change all this around. Let's make one. Sort, what do we call those? Signal, what do we call them? Signal pattern. Sort signal pattern. And let's just grab this one. Why not? Copy. Input equals, what is it? Let's see. All right, let's use my handy dandy tricks. Doesn't work. So our input is that, and we want our output to be this is a trick I think I learned. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, do these going to be what, sorted by length and um alphabetically probably. Wait. Shoot, did I miss one? Why is there so many? There's six, and I've only accounted for five. I've screwed something up in my brain. Let's look at these. All right. What did I miss? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh, I haven't dealt with 3, which 2, 5. Okay, so there's 3 in here too. Um, but I think we'll be fine, right? Because 2 and 5, so 3 again, 3 it has 1, then it equals 3. Else does it have 4 minus 1? Oh man, we could use the same function for these, right? Right? Does it have 1? Yes. Oh, the other one's not has 1. Yeah. Okay. Has 1, not has 1. Got it. Got it. Okay. So what do we got here? I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that we get 2 and the length 2 and length 4 first. Let's go ahead and make something for this. We'll be right here. That, and what we'll have is data. It is a list of strings. We will be returning a list of strings. Okay. Hoping this is just sort of a just afraid that it's going to animal string. Right. Okay, so they're making sort of a sorting algorithm here, right? So what they're doing is sort slice. Right, so we're going to sort our slice that we have here, and data, and we're going to sort it on func j. Right, and so we're sorting it on this function right here, and the function is return if data I is greater than len data j. So what that should do is, what is it mad about? Oh, I need a we might need to comment this out. Too many arguments. Oh, just need to do input here. And they might not be in order, right? But the question is not, are they right? So the ones that I care about being in order, these two are in order. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like, I don't care otherwise what order they're in. So I'm just gonna comment out this test, confident in the fact that I can get what I'm looking for here, right? It's in order now. So let's go back to our part 2 here. So the first thing we're going to do is signal pattern equals sort signal pattern. What is all this stuff? All right. Oh, I want that here. No, I don't want that at all. Line. Because line is, oh, line 0. Okay. We'll sort it here. Okay. So we're going to sort it, then we'll range over it. Okay. Now we're talking. No, well, I'll tell you why I'm commenting out that whole test case apricot 4 is that I don't care about, I mean, I could just change this to pass the test, right? What I'm caring about is that the order of these two, like the 2 length, 3 length, and 4 length happen before, this large swath of unknowns, right? Because I need to use data from these to determine what these are. Um, so I never necessarily cared what order they were in. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna uncomment this out. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. I'm gonna uncomment this out. And what I'm going to do, which is probably cheating, right, is I'm going to um, just, you know, put them in order. F-E, F-A-B, wait, F-E-C, F-A-B, F-D-C, all right, and then we're A-G-E, F-G-A, okay. So now, oh, it's gonna, what? If this does it in different orders every time, I'm gonna be sad. What do we oh, these last two. All right. Are you happy now? Hope you're happy now. I'm happy too. I'm happier too. This I know it's probably cheating to like change your expected results to match, but that'll at least tell us if I were to do something that would mess those up, you know. Okay, so now that we have it in order, we are going to we need to have a map of some sort here, of what the right, exactly, the behavior is locked in. So we'll call it signal map, and it's going to it's going to be a map with the key being I want to say that the key is, that makes sense, right? The key is a string, the value is an int, which is, what we're going for. All right, so we're gonna do the length. The nice thing is, and I don't know if I should like assume this, right? That this is gonna be ugly. I'm gonna do it anyways. If signal pattern is the string, right? If I'm gonna stick with the length, right? Because that's how I'm thinking about everything, right? Equals to, then signal map, signal pattern equals 1, right? That's the value of 1. And this is a little bit janky, right? These are the values that I really care about, right? So one equals signal pattern. All right. Else, yeah, I'll just do a bunch of else ifs. Ugly, don't care. Else if length signal pattern equals 2. No, 3. Signal map. And what equals 3? Should maybe open this. Let me close this and open this back up. Just so I can look at them. So length equals 3. That makes it equals 7, right? Make this a little more. All right. Else if length equals 4. What was 4 equals 4? And 4 equals signal pattern. Okay. And then let's just finish up with the ones we know, right? I guess I don't care about I now, do I? Else if length equals, what was it, 7? Why is that blue? Equals 8, right? Y. Oh, I need 2 equals. Okay. Right, now we're going to get into the nitty gritties, right? And maybe we'll add a continue statement into all these, right? Just, I'm going to do that. That's going to make it cleaner, right? All these are ugly, but I think it makes it easier to read. All right, now, all right. So here we go. Here, if length, if length equals, now we're getting into the crazy ones, right? 5. This is not optimal, right? Because I have to calculate these a number of times, I suppose, right? But well, I know what 4 is. Okay, 1, and I know what 1 is. All right, so if the length is 5, let's recall which ones we have at length 5. 2, 3, and 5, right? Let's find 3 first, okay? Um, if length equals 5, um, if is 3, uh, what are we going to pass in? We'll pass in signal pattern and 1. And we will return. So this is only if it is, we'll okay. Now let's make an is3 function. Um, I guess both of these are. I learned I could do that, right? When I did, where did I do it? When I was sorting it, that I can just do pattern 1 string, and that does it for both of them. Oh, neat. See, this is why advent of code is fun, because you learn new things like that. And I'm going to return a bool. All right, so for you don't care about that, character in range 1, right? So we're going to look at all the characters, and if strings dot contains, right? What's that contains any? Oh, no, because we want it to contain all, right? So the string we're looking at, right, is pattern. The substring we're looking at is character, right? Um, so if that if not that, then we're going to return false. If we make it through that with them all being true, right, then we will return true. And we should probably make a test for this, right? Let's go make a test, even though we already created our function. Okay. All right, so in this case, we're going to be only calling this why is it mad about this? Oh. Okay. We're only going to be calling this if the length is 5. All right, so what I'm going to do is in our example here, right, we have AB, right? And then I'm going to pass all the other 5 character ones in, right? And it should be false. This should be false, and this should be true, right? If my test is good for declared but unused. Yeah, we have enough going on here too. Okay. Did I not save it? Hopefully I don't get myself in trouble here. Passes. Okay, so this is able to successfully pass in the string that we know is 1 and look at all the 5 character strings and determine which one is 3. All right, so we are set with 3. Let's make a couple other. So is 5. Now we're not going to include this one, right? Because 3 has already been ruled out. Which one of these is 5? BE. BE should be true. Is three. What happened? 5. Okay. So let's make. Well, let's first go look at this. Right. So if that's it, and then we'll throw in a continue here. Else if is 5 signal pattern, and then we need to pass in. Oh, now I can use 1 and 4. Signal pattern. Did I do the subtraction? I could do this just once. I mean, I know that I'm gonna have to do with it. For equals 4 minus 1 with 4, 1. Okay. So then I only have to, well, no. Because I'm not doing them like in a row, right? I'm doing it for each one, right? So that is excessive if I don't need to do it, right? So I spelled that poorly. So I'm going to grab this down here and tuck it right there. Okay. So 4 minus 1, and then I'm going to pass in 4 minus 1. And if that's true, then what did I do? If it's 5. All right. Is 5. Oh, I'm searching. That's what's going on. Okay. Is 5. Um, okay. So pattern 4 minus 5. We're going to do that same thing. All right. So now let's look at these again. So our options right now are now 2 and 5, right? 2 and 5. Options are 2 and 5, and 2 and 5. We have this. This is what 4 minus 1 is. Or 4 minus. Okay. We have this segment right here. So that is present in 5. All right. So this is accurate, right? Because the stuff in 4 minus 5, which is right here, must be in 5. If any of them are not in 5, it'll return false. If they are all in 5, it'll return true. So let's go ahead and save this. Test. And it doesn't like it. C, D, F, B. Let's make sure that C, D, F, B, E said false. Why is it false? Let's debug that a little bit. Where is 5? Let's look at that. A, B. Why is it calling it twice? Oh, because it's testing it twice. All right. A, B. Okay. How am I? Wait. Oh. Oh boy. Thank you. I've been wait. Test is 5, is 5. No, I think I'm doing this right. Oh, right. I forgot to add 4 minus 1, right? AB is not 4 minus 1 in this situation. It is EF, right? EF. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. Because that is the value that'll be being passed in. Which we got right here. We tested that we would get EF. All right. Whew. It was really, all right, pass. Get rid of that debugging. All right. Now we have the benefit of, since we know that it is 5, the only other one is we could just say else and equals to continue. Okay. So right now we've got half of them, right? Now we're going to basically do the same thing with if length equals 6. Right? Tighten these up a little bit, and then let me actually shut that down so that I don't actually accidentally edit it. All right, let's look at what our logic was again. All right, so we have taken care of length 5, and now we're looking at 6. All right, so what we can do here is the same. Where is it? Kind of the same, right? If I need to change these names to like has one, remember? So let's call it has has 1. Okay. I think that should have changed them all to has 1. Let's go back here to our test. Rename that test. Because that's what it's testing. We're not testing whether it is 3. We're testing whether it has 1. That will allow us to reuse it without feeling all dirty, right? So in this case, though, when we look at our sort of values here, let's go look at them. Okay, so 1 is this side. The ones in question are 0, 6, and 9, right? 0 and 9 are going to be the only ones that have 1. So what I'm going to do instead is a if not has 1, right? And I'm going to set that equal to 6, right? And then we're left with the rest of them. We're going to do 4 minus 1. And we're going to have to change this to instead of is 5, right? Has 4 minus That's gross, but we're gonna stick with it, right? Um, has 4 minus 1. Save. Is it? Yes, it is. You're you rescue me every day. I need to just spend my whole life pair programming with Apricot 4 on Discord or on Twitch because you save me. You complete me. All right. So what do we got here? If all right, so now we're between 0 and 9, right? If it has 4 minus 1, then it's going to equal 9. And if it doesn't, it's going to equal 0. All right. Oh, all right. So I think that we have successfully cycled through this signal pattern, right? Now we know uh, we've got the signal map right here for what everything is, right? Right. I've done the same thing afterwards, watching people. My problem. So Apricot said that it's fun watching me make assumptions that he knows are wrong, and that makes me a little nervous. Number one. Number two. Um, I've watched people like not live after the fact, and you want to be like screaming through the thing. You need to make it plus equals 1 instead of equals 1, or whatever. And you're right. It's kind of a trip when it's not interactive. All right. Um so okay. So we have our signal map now. Um and now we have to do like part 2, right? Which is I'm probably going to pass, we're going to make a function or maybe I just abandoned test driven development and just pass it into a function. So let's keep our tests. Let's get the tests. Let's make a test. Make a test. Make a test. All right. Our test is going to be something like just calculate the calculate probably need to do this like one time and what are we gonna pass in? It's gonna basically be this. It could be in any order. Input map. And all right. So what did we figure out for this one? Oh man, did I use? Maybe I can just copy all this. Oh, nice. I guess it doesn't matter. Um, does it matter? I think maybe I just need commas. What the? Oh yeah, I gotta make those strings. So here's the map that I would have created based on that, right? And what I want to, I don't, I'm gonna do the whole thing, right? Input map, and we're also going to have input codes. It'll be a list of strings. So we got those, and then we're gonna also add the codes, and what we want to get out is this. Okay. Let's go ahead and make calculate now. What did we say? It's going to have the signal map come in. And then what did we call that? We'll just call it the same thing. Codes. And we want to return an int. Okay. Total equals 0. No, total equals 1. And then we're going to do 4. Range codes. Total times equals signal map code. And then I will return total. All right, let's test it. geez, because there might be a 0 in there. All right. Oh, because it's oh. Gotcha. I'm doing the wrong thing, right? I'm making a number. We're making the digits. Total equals at and what we're going to do is total append total signal map code. How long were you watching? See, yeah, you caught what I was doing. I thought for some reason I thought this was like a multiplication, not a string operation. I thought we were going to be multiplying, so you can't just start with 0, because if you start with 0, then it's just always 0. Right. So total pen, and then we're going to return. How do we join? Strings join. Strings. Join. And can I do this with ints? I don't know if I can. So I'm gonna have to total signal map code string. Turn that into a string. Can I do that? All right, and int string. Oh, I need to join it with nothing. What's the problem here? All right, let's test calculate. This is going to be a, oh, I'm going to have to turn it into a number, aren't I? It's still going to have to be a number, right? Because I'm going to like add all the crap up. Yeah, okay. Do I still have my make a let's just make this a string real quick and just see if we get it right. String is a string of one rule, not a string of digits. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. There we go. Yes, I did mean that. All right. We got back 0. Why'd we get back 0? You know I got back 0, don't you? Jeez. Input map, input codes, input map, input codes. Turn this back to an int. can I... Okay, I'm fine getting this wrong right now, right? Uh I just want to see what this looks like. Why is it zeros? Sure. Okay, so it's got all those, as it should. I wonder if all the values for these somehow is zero. Why would that be? Something's happening in here where it's not finding that value. Wait, is this crap in the wrong order? Uh, is this what you're laughing about? Oh, shit. All right. Okay. Time to alphabetize, I suppose. Um, let's see. As I'm making my map, I need to have a sort. All right. Func sort keys. It's gonna be key string return string. Uh that would be a hard thing to be watching. Okay. Um return strings. I know, just sort. Sort. What are they? Strings. Key. Return key. Save. Can I do that? I make, can't do that, can I? Oh boy. Okay. That's fine. So we're gonna make a sort keys. Everything's out of order now. Sort keys. And we're gonna return A, C, D, F, G. Just gonna comment this out for a second just so that I can make sure that that passes. Okay, so now sorting my keys. So now what I need to do is go through and can I just, yeah, I can do that. Okay. So we're going to transform that before we add it as the map value. Okay. So now where we are, we're in calculate. The map keys should all now be sorted. Code, range, code in range code. And then we're going to change that code to sort keys code, even though that's not the right usage. All right, now let's test it. And it still failed. Huh. So everything's in order. I'm sure it's something that I'm passing in. Oh, it's because my keys aren't sorted in my test. Oh, I don't want to do this. Okay. But I'm gonna. All right. I'm so close anyways, right? B, C, D, E, F. AB is fine. A, B, I could have sorted them, I suppose, inside here. A, B, C, D, E, G. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, G. I think this is all of them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, D. Sorry, everybody, this is painful for me too. A, B, C, D, F. One more. A, C, D, F, G. All right. All right, it's still failing, but that's because I haven't put out the right output. We're getting 5, 3, 5, 3. All right, good. So now what I need to do is, all right, so what do I have now? I have, I did something wrong there. Okay, yeah. I need to turn those into my value for these could be strings, couldn't it? It probably should, right? When where am I making my guess I'm not really actually doing that, am I? All right, so all right, I need to have a make int. Throw it here. No. No, it doesn't matter, right? Okay. Part 2, output signal map. This is going to be a string. Oh, does it? Yeah, I'm just going to make it a string, right? I'm going to break all my tests. That's at least one less operation I have to do. Okay. String. Right. Okay. So there we go. So now we're going to we still need to make a Um, I have an error here. I think they're str convert a to I and string okay. We have that now, and where we calculate. Okay, so we have this list of strings. Okay, we're going to return what did I call that? Did I call it string to int? String to int, right? Strings dot join total nothing. All right. Now let's yeah. Um, all sorts of other stuff that I'm probably gonna have to change here, or maybe not. Yeah. Okay. Go test. Oh. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Pass. Okay. We're getting ready to be done. All right. So part two. What we have now is we want to calculate once we have all of these guys, which should be at this point. No, it'll be at this point. We've gone through, we've finished up the line. Okay. We can get that number. All right, we're gonna sum them up, adding all. Okay. So output plus equals calculate signal map, and then line 1, right? All right, let's hold on. Text that to answer. This has been a long stream. All right. Thank you for sticking with me. All right, let's add that final test. And the answer should be save. All right, let's go ahead and test it. That's off. Why is it off? Do you know why it's off? Apricot. Let's see why it's off. I'm going to print out. Screw up. Oh. Eight, 3, 9, 4, 9. So it's finding them. 9, 3. Oh, this is out of order, isn't it? 9, 6, 3, 1, 9, 3, 6, 1. So it's not putting. It's reordering those. Why would it be reordering those? It shouldn't be reordering those, should it? 8. Oh, and that's not right either. I'm getting 6. Am I getting 6 and 4? 6 and 3. Okay, so every time I'm supposed to have a 3, I'm getting a 6. I'm swapping 6 and 3. Why am I swapping 6 and 3? Do I just change it? I'm sure that my logic is just bad. Or I like changed one and not the other. All right. Okay, passes now. So yeah. Yep, updated the wrong branch. All right. Passes. All right, let's go. Yeah. All right, let's go run main.go. Hold on, I can't do that yet. Gotta uncover part 2 here. All right, go gadget, run it. And gold star. All right. That was a lot longer than I would have wanted. Glad I wasn't trying to do that before making lunch for the kiddos. Some of this is not my favorite, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We got it done, and that's what counts. Getting Santa one step closer to his final destination, which is, where is it, Santa? I mean, we're just trying to find what the keys to the sleigh as they continue underwater. You know, we're really ruining Christmas, aren't we? All right, so thank you for watching. Let me see if there are any. Wait, yeah, we are saving Christmas, but we're just looking for like keys to the limo. All right, and it looks like this is like the cave that we're in right here. Um, we went past those vents, and now tomorrow we'll be deeper in that cave. All right. So let's see if I can send you to raid somebody else. Yes. Christoph. Christoph it. Oh, he's got a bunch of people. So let's go ahead and raid him, and I will see you later. All right, see ya.